Hi, I'm Terry, and I'm nuts about stamping. I'm back today with another Sundays with Sizzix project. It's this really cute gift card holder or special present holder that uses the Petite pocket die and your Big Shot. So let's get started and I'll show you how to make this pocket at home. So let's start out by creating the pocket itself. I have a piece of very vanilla cardstock that's cut 12 inches by 3.5 inches, and I have a piece of scrap real red cardstock that's cut 2 by, golly, it looks like 1.5. I'll measure it and put it on my blog post after. And then the platform is the bottom extended cutting pad, your Petite pocket die with the cardstock on top, and then the top extended cutting pad. And then I'm going to just run it through the Big Shot. And that's going to cut out the pocket for us. Whoop. These are the two elements that I want to use on my pocket. And here's the pocket itself. So we're done with the die. And then the beautiful part about this Petite pocket die is it comes with score lines. So I'm just going to fold in on the score line, like so. And then the pocket has a flap, like that. So I always sort of make the pocket but don't adhere it shut so that I know how to decorate it and I know where my fold lines are going to be. So now I want to decorate my pocket. I'm going to bring in my Mixed Medley Hostess stamp set. It's got a really cute snowflake image. So I'm going to mount that on a clear block. And I'm going to take my chocolate chip ink and I'm going to ink up my snowflake. And I'm just going to randomly stamp down the length of the pocket, front and back. I'm going to do one more off the edge, maybe another one off the edge, like so. And then my pocket is going to look, so I'll just check it. Oh, that's kind of cute. And then I've got some snowflakes on the back, like so. I'm not done with my ink quite yet, but I'm going to leave the lid open and put it off to the side. Now the next thing I want to do is bring in some sticky strip, and I want to adhere my pocket shut. You just want to use a couple of pieces of sticky strip. If you're going to be sliding in some kind of gift certificate or something, some special treat inside your pocket, you want it to stay shut, but you don't need to use lots of sticky strip up the side. Just a couple of pieces to hold it in place. Sticky strip, as you know, is such a strong adhesive that a little bit goes a long way. I'm going to put 2 pieces on the other side. One thing you do need to know about this pocket is that the tabs seem to get narrower at the top. There we go. If you end up with a little bit of extra adhesive after you close your pocket, what you can do is take your embossing buddy and you can dab your embossing buddy on any part that might be a little bit sticky, and it'll take that sticky part right off. So there's a little tip for the week. All right, and then what I want to do is decorate the front of my pocket. I have my ornament punch and I have some scrap very vanilla cardstock. And I have my delightful decoration stamp set, and I'm going to use this image here. I'm going to ink it up with my chocolate chip ink. Stamp it down and then punch it out. There we go. And then I'm going to use the Mix Medley stamp set again. There's a little phrase in there that says Merry Christmas, and I'm going to stamp that in real red. On a piece of my scrap. And then I'm going to bring in my 3/4 inch circle punch. And punch out the Merry Christmas. I've got some Stampin' Dimensionals. No shock there, you know I love my Stampin' Dimensionals. And I'm going to adhere the Merry Christmas to the front of the ornament. Like so. And then I have these little elements that would be really cute to add to the front of my pocket to keep it closed. So I'm going to stop the video for a minute. I need to run over and get my hole punch, and then I can complete this image. So I'll be back in a moment. Okay, I'm back, and I'm going to take that little hole, the image, or not the image, the cardstock circle, and I'm going to adhere it to the front of the top part of my pocket. And then I ran over and got my 1/8 inch circle punch. And then I have some neutral brads, and there is a chocolate chip or a very vanilla. Maybe I'll use a very vanilla brad to poke through, like so. And then what I'm going to do is take my ornament piece that sort of the embellishment, and I'm going to poke a hole through that as well. And then I'm going to bring in my white baker's twine, and I have a darning needle that I've attached to my baker's twine package. I'm going to thread the darning needle, and then I'm going to poke it through my ornament. That didn't work very well. Let me try that again. There we go. All right, so I didn't need the darning needle after all. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to tie a knot in the back part of my baker's twine so that it will stay on the back side of my ornament. And I'm going to cut off any leftover piece. And then what I'm going to do is cut it off of the baker's twine packet. And then I am going to put a couple of Stampin' Dimensionals on the back of the ornament. And then adhere it to the front, and I'll show you something really fun. There we go. I'll adhere this down here like that. And then I'm going to wrap it around my very vanilla brad that I have on the front, and then trim it off. And there we go. A really cute, it's a little crooked. Let me straighten that out a little bit. There we go. A really cute petite pocket that you've got decorated, and you can tuck a special treat inside for somebody special. This would make a great gift. It would also make a great stocking stuffer, and you can tuck it, because of the size of the petite pocket, you can actually mail it inside a Christmas card to send to somebody who lives far away. For a complete listing of the supplies and the cardstock measurements so that you can make this pocket at home, please visit my blog, www.nutzaboutstamping.com. While on my blog, make sure that you're a newsletter subscriber. I have a special series that are coming out right now. They're called the 12 Weeks of Christmas. They arrive every Wednesday in your email inbox. This month, I am showing you lots of different ideas for gifts. We already did a series on cards. Right now we're doing gifts, and then later on we'll be doing bags and tags ideas. So you don't want to miss that. You can place an order for the supplies I use to make this pocket. You can ask me a question, or you can just look through lots of other sample ideas that I have on my blog. Don't miss a special offer that Stampin' Up! Has from November 1st through December 16th, 2012. To join Stampin' Up!, there's a special promotion that you won't want to miss. I'm Terry. I am Nuts About Stamping. See you next time. Bye for now.